that the company culture fits your own, because you might have an idea of what the company is about, but if it isn't, and turns out that there is no, well, the word is not chemistry, but there is not fit. I mean, both cultures don't fit, and it doesn't matter how much effort you put into it, just simply won't work. I guess that to have drive, passion for what you do, and in a way patience as well, because you have to realize that sometimes you have to work really hard for what you want, that things are not just going to come to you. So yeah, I guess those.
I would say take diplomatic classes before starting your job.
True.
Because when the time comes and you need to voice certain things and it's a sensitive issue and you're with your boss, there's no way of preparing you for something like that. I mean, you have to always find diplomatic ways of both voicing, I think, good and bad things. And I think that reflects in everything, whether it be, a discussion with your boss or even between employees. There's just, I guess, think before you act is a big thing at work. Even between colleagues when you're talking about your families. I mean, you never know when someone's sensitive about something and then all of a sudden it affects your work day and then your further relationship. So, it should be a comfortable area, but you should never let yourself go. I guess that's one thing. And then another thing would be that I don't personally think any company is right for anyone. I think you're always going to have, things you dislike. And, the further you move up in that company, maybe you'll have the more chances of changing those. But I don't like it when people say, oh, well, I'm working for this, oh, but I hate it. Hate is such an easy thing to say. I mean, I dislike this, and I feel like human beings love complaining about everything. But unless, you try your best, and unless you do whatever you can, I don't think that just complaining will do anything for anything in life. So don't complain, just do, I guess, would be the second one. And then the third one, I guess always find time for yourself. No job should be worth, your whole life. I've seen friends, even my mom, as I was saying, had no life, and yes, she's saving lives and, that great stuff. But, you also need to find some personal time and balance out your life. I think it's very important. All I hear about from professionals is how they have a hard time doing that. And that if you find a way to do it, I guess you can succeed in both lives. So.
And what works for you, work-life balance-wise?
Well, my mom would say that I'm lazy. I got the lazy gene from my father's side, but I think that it's difficult because you have to balance out your personal life, with your work life, in the sense of like your personality. And it's hard because you want to have a good life. You want to have good, necessary income to just live comfortably, obviously. You have, but it shouldn't compromise who you are. So, for example, me, I like working. I like working intensively for a few hours a day, but then I like to take my own time, Other people might spread out those things in a few hours, but that's why I'm going for more, become a professor and such, because I think that, I get to have my intense hours, in an environment where I like it, because it's, it's students thinking, conversations, thinking, not in terms of the standards, thinking outside of those, and just that process itself, I feel, is very exhilarating. And then you have your own time to do research, or your own time to spend with family, which I feel is important, which is something that I didn't get from my own. So I feel that that balance for me would work out. So.